Hello everyone, it's Amber here from INTEGRITAS, the firearms education company. Today I'm going to be explaining and demonstrating how to safely unload a semi-automatic handgun. Today I'm going to be explaining and demonstrating how to safely unload a semi-automatic handgun. We have here our Glock 19, which is a 9mm semi-automatic. One of the things that we want to make sure that we're always adhering to is safety. And the number one thing we think about when we're handling firearms is that all guns are loaded. And because all guns are loaded, anytime we want to handle them, whether we're going to be dry firing or cleaning or testing fit or any of those things, we want to make sure that we unload these firearms. And while we're unloading, the thing that we want to think about is keeping the gun pointed in a safe direction. Because if we had a negligent discharge, we want to make sure that we have no loss of life and minimal property damage. Face it, if you have a negligent discharge, you're going to have some property damage. So make sure that you're not pointing the gun at the television or maybe the garage wall, because the round is going to go right through and hit the Ferrari on the other side. So you want to make sure that you know how your gun works. And you want to make sure you know how to get the magazine out, because the magazine is that source of ammunition we want to remove before we start handling these guns. Here on this Glock is our magazine release on the left-hand side of the grip. We press that and the magazine is going to come out. So we'll put the magazine down. Now the source of ammunition is out. We want to now get any round that could possibly be in the chamber. So in order to do that, we're going to rack this slide. We're going to move it backwards. And as the slide moves backwards, it's going to extract and eject the round. If your gun is not extracting and ejecting, you want to make sure that you take it to a competent gunsmith or someone who knows about guns and has the ability and the tools necessary to work on these guns. Now, what you want to do is you want to have your gun in a good firing grip, making sure that you keep your finger straight and off the trigger at all times. You'll want to hold on to the slide and pull it backwards. You'll see some people like to hold on to the front of the slide up here. I personally don't like to get my hand anywhere above the muzzle or over in front of the muzzle. I like to keep my hand back here, because when this action opens, if the slide were to slip out of my hand, it could bite the nice soft part of my hand, and I don't want that. So I'm going to keep my hand back here away from this action as it's opening. And I'm going to open this slide, and as you see, it's extracting, and then it ejected that round. You'll also see some instructors and people will just rack this slide a bunch of different times. I'm not of the mind to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to initiate the safety stop up here, or the slide stop up here. I'm going to press that up as I'm pulling back, and it's going to engage into the slide stop cutout. So as I pull that back, I'm engaging the slide stop, and it opens that slide and keeps it open. It locks that slide back. Now I'm going to physically look inside, and I can see that there is no round in that chamber. If you can't tell, or if you can't see very well, I will take a flashlight and I'll shine it in there and see. I can see in that chamber, and there is not a round in there. You have some schools and some instructors that say that you should physically check the chamber. I'm not of the mind to put my fingers in anything that bites, and these guns will bite very hard, and so I don't stick my fingers in there. So now we know that we have an empty firearm. We can go ahead and we can do our dry fire practice. We can clean the gun, as this one clearly needs. We can do all of our handling. However, we still want to keep it pointed in a safe direction and always be maintaining safety throughout all of our handling of guns. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon to learn other things that we can do with guns.